Alright, hey y'all, it's the Pedantic Skeptic, and I'm back. Um, so, I was away basically all summer for field work, throughout the western US, and we're done with our field work now. Um, Currently sick with a really bad bout of food poisoning, which is weird, because A, I don't eat all that much, B, I've been living on canned and, fucking dehydrated food for the last 3 weeks, and C, I just got back and I've been really sick, but I am going to make a series of videos that I'll probably just go ahead and have scheduled to premiere on the channel. So you'll see a series of videos over the next several days that were all recorded in the same session of me just chilling out here. Probably gonna record some stuff, and then I'm going to go and clean the garage. My energy is kind of coming and going, so I've been doing some tasks and taking a little while to sit down and rest because I have just had some really bad muscle weakness and really bad diarrhea. I'm trying to stay hydrated. It's easier said than done. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have some content made. Alright, we are going to be doing part 2 of Shock of God, just browsing, responding, yada yada. If you don't know Shock of God is this unhinged Christian YouTuber slash Rumble user. He puts these teaser videos out on YouTube, but he has full videos out on Rumble, where he just kind of rants. He has a huge problem with atheists, a huge problem with the LGBTQ community, and I think he has severe brain damage and some other issues, but it is entertaining as hell to watch. So while I recuperate from severe food poisoning and some other problems that I'm currently dealing with, we're going to watch a little bit more of his content. So stay tuned if this is the sort of thing that you're interested in. Oh yeah, and I'm the Pedantic Skeptic. Yeah, blah blah blah. Let's just get right into this. Alright, we're rolling now. Let me turn down the volume on my computer just so that my volume kind of matches. Why don't we start with 6 questions that make atheists mad with rage? Now, just a fair warning, it is going to take him quite a while to actually get to the point on this.
Alright folks, it's that time again. We're going to be doing a video today, and the last time I did this exact video, the atheist flagged it down because they do not know the answer to my questions. So I can't upload it to YouTube, so we're going to be uploading this video. You're going to see the rest of this video at my Rumble page. Now, why can I not upload the video here on YouTube? Well, the moderators of YouTube tend to be atheists.
Again, there are thousands, if not millions, of moderators of YouTube. Some of them are, of course, going to be atheists, but plenty of them are going to be Christians.
And militant homosexuals.
How can you be... I mean, I guess you can be militantly homosexual. Like, to each their own.
And leftist. That's right. I said it. And they will purposely delete your videos if it ticks them off. They even had a congressional hearing on this where Diamond and Silk here on YouTube proved that these atheist, leftist, Democrat homosexuals will they'll do things to your channel and remove your videos. So today I'm going to be doing a video that for sure would piss them off, and here we go. We're going to be talking about 6 questions that atheists hate. They hate them because they can't answer them, and it ticks them off, and it shows them to, well, I'll tell you in a moment what it exposes the atheist for. But here we go, folks.
Sure, good.
So what you're going to need to do, right here in the comment section, or where it says show more, you are going to go to my Rumble page, and you're going to watch this video on Rumble. 6 things that atheists hate when you ask them. You want to tick off the atheists, you want to show them how stupid atheism is, you're going to ask them these 6 questions. This video is going to end in 5 seconds. You're going to need to go to Rumble right below here and watch the rest of this, because YouTube is gay and lame. That's right, I said it. So I'll see you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right at the Rumble page below this video. All right, for those of you on Rumble, welcome to free speech. And we're going to be going across the bridge here on the lake, but let's get to it. Let's just get right to it. These are 6 things, 6 questions that atheists hate. Number 1, atheists, if God doesn't exist, if you really believe God doesn't exist, then why are there thousands and thousands and thousands of videos of you guys bashing God on YouTube? But you ready for this? Not even one video of you guys bashing Satan.
What the fuck kind of question is that? Like, so, first of all, it depends on the type of, it depends on the God. A lot of us come from Christian culture, and so we're pointing out some of the inconsistencies with the character of God in the Bible and this and that. Bashing God is a little bit of a far cry. Where did I put my alcohol? I'll find it later. Actually, give me a minute. I don't know about y'all, but I love apple whiskey. Let me just get a quick swig of this stuff. Now that's more like it. Okay. So, I can't speak to every atheist on YouTube, because I'm one individual. Oh, I drank a little too quickly. I'm one individual. Now, as far as why we're not bashing Satan, it's probably because there aren't a bunch of Satanists running around saying things like, if you don't worship Satan, you're gonna rot in hell and die. If you don't worship Satan, you're not a moral person. If you don't worship Satan, I can't trust you with my kids, blah blah blah. We aren't necessarily bashing God as though he exists. We are bashing God as though the idea of him is just ridiculous.
Who's your daddy, atheist? We know who your daddy is. You're not disrespectful to your daddy. Notice
I am.
It's 6 things that atheists cannot answer. They love the number 6. You ever notice that?
I like the number 4 better than I like the number 6, personally.
Atheists bash God all the time because they hate him. But they don't hate Satan because that's their daddy. Even Jesus said it. Jesus said he does the will of his Father, but the people that rejected him did the will of their father, Satan.
He seems to think that there's like this dichotomy where you're either a Christian or you're an atheist. But people can be Jewish, people can be Hindu, people can be Buddhist and Muslim and deist, pantheist, blah blah blah. Let's
go to number 2 here. Atheists why is it that you're in a worldview that has no proof and evidence at all?
I could ask you the same question. There's no good evidence to suggest that God exists. There's no good evidence to suggest that Christianity is anywhere near accurate.
I've been asking atheists for over 16 years, what proof and evidence can you provide that would finally at last prove that atheism is accurate and correct? And you know, no atheist can give me any proof, any evidence of why we should be atheists. Atheism is based on blind faith and opinion.
So is Christianity, actually.
There is no evidence at all that would show that atheism is accurate and correct. I'm going to put some videos below here, right below this video, and you'll see.
Oh yeah, I'm just seething with rage, guys. Like, I am ready to, like, beat the shit out of my roommate's dog right now. No, I'm just kidding. I would never. I love that dog. I have a new roommate. He has this very unusual, like, husky, mixed with, cattle dog, a couple other things. Her name's Lyra. She's a very small, well, she's not a tiny, like, Bichon-sized dog, but she's not big at all. And she's kind of weird, because she will growl at me and then lick me, and, I don't know, she's just funny.
See major atheists on YouTube that cannot prove that atheism is accurate and correct. It looks right here on the map like we got the bridge coming up. The next one that atheists really hate, if macroevolution is true, if evolution is true, how many transitional fossils can you show us?
Okay, so technically everything is a transitional fossil because evolution is an ongoing process. So I can show you literally thousands of transitional fossils. In fact, I just sculpted what is called Protocetus. This is a whale from the Miocene about 45 million years ago that was found in Egypt. It has fully functional flippers that used to be forelegs and hind legs, but it's kind of whale-like because it's got its nostrils kind of moving up towards the top of the head to be a blowhole. And there's Pachycetus and Ambulocetus, and we have Basilosaurus and Dorodon. But I can show you this very nice Protocetus that I sculpted last night while I was watching Grey's Anatomy. Just being sick, watching Grey's Anatomy, eating some tofu. And then I baked it today when I woke up, and I painted it. So this is Protocetus.
Do you know you'll get a bunch of different answers from atheists?
Okay, not every atheist is an evolutionary biologist. I'm not an evolutionary biologist. I am more specialized in plant-insect interactions as well as plant and Lepidoptera taxonomy than the fossil record. If you're really curious about evolution, you're really curious about fossils, don't approach random atheists, because not only is acceptance of evolution not a requirement for being an atheist, not everybody who accepts evolution is an atheist.
You would think that if there were transitional fossils that they could show us, that they would have a number. How many transitional fossils can you show us? Do you know if they've never found the missing link?
You mean like the link between humans and apes? Because technically humans are still considered apes.
All we see is change within limits, folks. That's called creation. Here's the link here. Let's go to the next one. Atheists say they're happier without God. Then why, atheists, do you guys have the highest suicide rate of any group?
White men have the highest suicide rate of any group. Okay? Just saying. Now, some of those men are obviously going to be atheists, but not all of them. If you're talking about religious demographics, I still don't necessarily believe you when you say that. Now Lyra's howling. So, suicide rates are obviously going to fluctuate between demographics over time. And one of the things that you'll know is that, for example, a lot around midterm and final seasons on college campuses, the suicide rate pops up a little bit. Around Valentine's Day or Christmas, suicide rate goes up. It's not a matter of just all these atheists are offing themselves. It's really a matter of white men and people who are trans or autistic, things like that have the highest suicide rate of any group.
Per capita, even Muslims don't kill themselves as much as you atheists do.
Ha ha, very funny.
You know why? You don't kill yourself if you're happy. Atheists, they are...
So, even if being an atheist makes somebody more likely to be miserable, it doesn't take away or add validity to any truth claims about God.
Just experts at being depressed. Why then, atheists, do you have the highest suicide rate in the world if
But we don't.
you're so happy? Let's go to the next one here. Now, atheists, they'll act like they're all free and joyful. And they'll say that, they want to be able to have sex with whoever they want, etc.
You do realize that there are plenty of asexuals within the atheist community?
I know that if you're an atheist and something fogs up a mirror, you atheists will have sex with it. You've got very low standards.
I feel like this isn't something that applies strictly to atheists. I'm still waiting for this guy to make me mad. I'm just laughing my ass off.
But do you know that it's been proven that Christians have a more fulfilled sex life?
Proven by who?
Because it's within the bonds of marriage.
So, are you saying that no Christian ever in the history of the world has ever had premarital sex or sex otherwise outside of marriage?
The way that God...
I've had sex with Christians before, who weren't married to me or anybody else in most cases.
Intended it. Christians are more fulfilled sexually in the bonds of marriage.
Your mom is pretty fulfilled sexually in the bonds of me.
Than atheists. Interesting.
I still don't get how this proves Christianity to be in any way correct or accurate.
Now, let's go to the last one. And this is the one that really, really ticks them off. This
Okay, shoot. I'm waiting for this one. We're only halfway through the video.
one is going to need some explaining because they really get ticked off. So, here it is. Number 6. So, number 6... take some explaining because atheists say that they have an objective purpose in life.
No, there's no such thing.
When we say objective, we mean real. Not a made-up one, but a real, in reality, a real purpose in life. But atheists have no purpose in life if they want to be atheists. A Christian can have an objective purpose in life. Why? Because they can claim, look, when I pass away, I'm going to go to heaven. I'm going to be fellowshipping with God, in communion with God. I'm going to see my Christian loved ones again. But an atheist does not believe, they claim, that there is an eternity.
I am really confused. Like, if you'll notice, his motorcycle has like this foam just attached to it. And then to the right is like it looks like a spool of like gauze or something, and it's bothering me that I don't know what that, like, I can't figure out from the quality of the video what the fuck that is.
They believe this is it, right here on Earth. Well, if this is it, then atheists, you need to realize, you need to quit pretending that you have a purpose, because scientists have shown, unless there's a God,
Scientists don't bother themselves with questions about God, because that's not what science is. I'm a scientist.
Unless God steps in and stops the universe from dying, everything will die. There will be no escape from the great heat death of the universe. It won't be like Interstellar where there's other planets to go to.
Okay.
Everything will eventually die.
Okay.
So if this is true, what difference did it make to be an atheist Stalin who murdered and raped and
I don't think Stalin raped anybody.
just killed his own people, or Mother Teresa?
You do realize that Mother Teresa has some pretty shady, unethical things that she did during her time. I'm not saying that everything she did was bad, but there were plenty of things that she did that were not so kosher.
A person that took care of the sick and the poor. What difference does it make to be an atheist Pol Pot who also murdered and had people raped and children killed? What difference does it make if you're atheist Pol Pot?
So remember that Hitler was a Christian, a Catholic. So was Mussolini. There were plenty of totalitarian regimes. Why is the dog howling? Anyway, there were plenty of totalitarian regimes run by theists. Alright, let's see what else this guy has, because this is just annoying. Okay, let's watch this 5 very good argument. Wait, let me just see what else there is first. God, this guy's really insecure. Do we want to, let's watch this trans in women's sports thing.
Alright everybody, welcome to another video. This video is going to be short and sweet and to the point. So I think I have a way where we can solve the trans in sports issue.
Okay, I have an idea about that as well. One sec, let me just text my roommate.
How we can finally solve the trans in sports issue. So you know how there's these guys that are perverts?
There are men out there who are perverts, sure.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't do this video here because YouTube is run by perverts. So what you're going to have to do in about 5 seconds is go below this video to see the rest of this video at our Rumble page, because as you know, YouTube is GNL, gay and lame. So I'll see you at Rumble right here below in the comment section. The video's only going to be like 5 minutes long at the longest.
Okay, but it's 7 minutes and 59 seconds.
But right below in 5...
This guy's not very good at telling how long things are.
4, 3, 2, 1, right here at Rumble. Bye. Okay, for those of you at our Rumble video page, welcome to free speech. So here's how we solve these pervert trans, they're really like homosexual men.
Not every trans person is homosexual.
That get off as dressing as women.
So, like, in all seriousness, what does it matter if somebody who's born with a penis and testicles decides, I want to dress up in traditionally feminine clothing? Why does that really bother anybody? Like, don't you have more pressing things? I have, 108 Fireblade toadlets from my first 3 batches that I gotta go feed in like 20 minutes. And I've got to make sure that I make some gut load so that tomorrow's batch, tomorrow I'm going to thaw some shrimp and cut the shrimp up and feed that to the babies. But I got to make sure that they're all fed properly. I got to make sure my plants are watered. I got to make sure that, I'm not, like, diarrheaing tomorrow because I have food poisoning. I got to get my medications refilled. I'm not worried about who's dressing up in what way and what their genitalia look like.
But this is how we solve the trans perverts, the men trying to infiltrate women's sports.
You do realize that trans athletes are exceedingly rare. Now, here's my solution to this problem. 1, we need to stop being so worried about who wins a sporting event, who's participating in a sporting event, blah, blah, blah. We put too much of an emphasis in our society on exactly who has won a sporting event, where we have now said if you are assigned one sex at birth and you don't identify that way, you have to go through these hoops to participate. Just a newsflash for everybody. Being trans does not automatically make you a star athlete. I know plenty of trans people who have a hard enough time walking up the stairs because they're 300 pounds. And this isn't to hate on fat people. This is just to say, being trans does not automatically mean you're a star athlete, okay? Just putting that out there.
And it has to be done. So here's what we do. A bunch of us get together and we just say we're trans.
Okay.
We buy a bunch of wigs just to ridicule how stupid it is. We buy a bunch of wigs and put them on our head and we just say, yeah, we're trans. We just.
Do you know how expensive a convincing wig is? Now, I grow my hair out. I like having long hair. Now, I don't like my hair to be exceedingly long, but I grow it out because every 2.5 years I cut it back and I donate that hair to Wigs for Kids, which makes wigs for kids who have cancer, alopecia, and other conditions where, for whatever reason they don't have hair. They make the wigs from the donations and then they give the wigs for free to the child in need of a wig. And they're great about, like, keeping you updated. Like, they show you, or they at least tell you, this is the kid who got your hair. When they make the wig and they give the hair to the kid, blah, blah, blah. I got emails both times I donated my hair to Wigs for Kids about the kid that got my hair in a wig. And that is, like, so cool. But wigs are fucking expensive.
Just beat them at their own game. And we start
There was a South Park episode where this exact thing happened, by the way.
Women's basketball team. We will dominate. We will dominate the league. Have you ever seen the women's basketball? It's like smaller, like you.
So I have a question. How much training do you think a trans woman goes through relative to a cis woman to be a good basketball player? Because I can almost guarantee you it's basically the same, if not more, for the trans woman. Okay? The thing is, especially when it comes to the Olympics, every athlete is tested to make sure that they don't have, like, a hormone problem where they're producing excessive testosterone or, whatever. I can guarantee you that the trans people who are in these sports are well within the acceptable range of musculature, hormone, blah blah blah, and everything else for that, gender category. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? At the end of the day, you are sitting on your ass watching the sport on TV, just kind of fucking, doing whatever, watching people throw a ball around. Somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. Who really gives a fuck how many trans people are participating in it? I mean, like, I prefer a world where people are being active and people are engaging with one another. I don't honestly care who wins a sporting event. I don't care if the person who wins or loses is trans or cis or whatever. I just care that these are people who got to, have some fun, be active, run around, whatever. They're all getting paid the same no matter what. You're just being ridiculous.
You can get your hand and actually just hold it as a dude. So that's what we need to do, because these women keep participating with the dudes.
You can have co-ed sports too. Like, who really gives a fuck about the biological sex or the gender identity of somebody playing a fucking sport? We have put too much emphasis on that mundane detail because we want, for some reason we perceive it as unfair if somebody was born a male. Like, I guess it's different if, like, you are trans and you go through a male puberty and then you realize you're actually a woman and whatever. But, like, up until that point, a lot of people realize they're trans at an early age, and then they take puberty blockers and this and that. And again, being trans doesn't make you a star athlete. Why is I have fidget magnets loose on my fucking nightstand. I gotta reorganize my bedroom later.
Keep participating with the men. Now, it's not the woman's fault, but some of these women, they're leftist. Some of the women on these sports teams, they support, they're Democrat, they're evil, wicked Democrats, and they support men.
Okay.
On women's sports. They really don't care about the integrity of the sport.
Why is, like, I don't know what he means by integrity. Obviously I'm not a fan of things like steroids and doping and, like, is doping the thing where you, like, extract your red blood cells and you, like, concentrate them, you regrow your red blood cells and you inject yourself back with your own red blood cells after 59 days or some shit. Like, of course that's a little unethical, but, like, again, there are only a few trans athletes out there. Being trans does not automatically make you a star athlete. And at the end of the day, what does it really matter how somebody who's participating in a sport identifies?
They care about their religion of being a Democrat. So that's what we do, and we dominate. We create a whole team of guys that are really skilled, and we...
I'm not a sports person. I don't understand the whole, you know what? I have an idea. I'll be back. Alright. Let me just make sure that's running. Okay, we're good. Let's watch this video.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, join us for the most loving atheist video ever.
This guy, let me just eat an olive stuffed with garlic. That's pretty good. This guy gives off some serious Elliot Roger vibes. For those of you who don't know who Elliot Roger is, or was, he was a guy who was part of the incel community. And he made all these videos ranting about very specific things that bothered him about society and life, problems that weren't actually problems, right? And he had dozens of videos where he more or less said the same thing with slightly different words or in a slightly different setting. And then one day, he went out and shot up a beach or a parking lot or a bunch of people, and then shot himself with a gun. And this guy here checks a lot of those same boxes. He is like the next Elliot Roger.
If you're an atheist, you're gonna love this video. It's the most loving video anyone could ever make for you. Where's the camera? Right here. Now, the problem is, YouTube is run...
Say it with me. By militant homosexual, transgender atheists.
By a lot of homosexual and lesbian YouTube moderators, and they will not like this video. Do you know that there's things that are true that you can't say on YouTube? So how do you watch this video uncensored?
You go to Rumble by clicking more, and you click the link, because this video will end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
By the limp-wristed moderators of Google, YouTube, Alphabet Inc. You're going to go see the comment section right below here.
Oh, guys, he hasn't yet said that YouTube is gay and lame.
You're going to go there to Rumble, and you're going to see the most loving atheist video you've ever seen. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like, seriously, if you're ever feeling bad about your life, or you're just remembering the cringy things you did when you were, like, 6 years old, just watch some of this guy.
Alright, if you're on Rumble, the video will continue. But if you're still at Gay and Lame YouTube, it's going to end. YouTube is, say it with me, folks, gay and lame. They censor truthful videos. So bye-bye, say bye YouTube. You're going to Rumble right here below. Say goodbye to censorship and hello to truth. Bye censorship, hello truth. See you at Rumble. Oh, right, for those of you at Rumble, we're going to do the most loving atheist video that you've ever seen. You know, I used to be an atheist when I was like a kid. But then I grew up, ladies and gentlemen. And most atheists on YouTube are kids. I remember one time, it's a true story. I was in a debate with this atheist. I didn't know he was a kid. We were online in the internet debate chat room. And he's like typing in there, and I'm like, why don't you get on the mic? And then all of a sudden his mic came on, and we heard, Jonathan, dinner. His mom was calling him to dinner. And he's like, I gotta go, Shaq. I gotta go eat dinner. We're having pizza tonight. I'm like, okay, peace out. But anyways, folks, let's get right to it. The reason why I'm doing this video is I'm going to show you how stupid atheists are. And I'm doing this out of love for the atheists, because when they grow up, like I did, they're going to leave atheism. They're going to realize how stupid atheism was.
This guy puts a lot of energy and a lot of time. I think I'm about to diarrhea. Anyway, this guy puts a lot of energy and a lot of time into ranting about atheists, Democrats, militant homosexuals, and transgender people. That's like his whole shtick. You know, I kind of feel bad for the guy. He needs, like, I don't know. He needs a hug. He needs to get laid, and he needs an info dump on moths or ferns.
And I am going to speed up the process. For some of you guys, some of you atheists, you probably have blue hair. The women probably have mullets. Couple of nose rings.
I mean, what's wrong with... Look, I personally can't do jewelry or piercings. Sensory issues, I can't wear jewelry or anything like that. But if somebody else wants to, why does anybody give two fucks?
You have piercings in your tongue. I'm good.
Alright, hang on a sec. I gotta pause this for a minute because I am about to have some piss coming from my ass. Alright, I'm back. All I'm gonna say is it's a good thing I haven't cleaned my toilet yet, because if I had, I would have to clean it all over again.
I'm gonna save you the embarrassment for when you grow up and you go out to the real world and get a job. You're gonna know why people think atheists are so stupid. And the reason is because they are. Let's start off with stupid thing number one. Atheists believe that life came from non-life. Now
to an extent, sure, but you don't have, it's not an exclusively atheist viewpoint. The theory of abiogenesis can be held by people of all sorts of religious and theistic beliefs, as well as atheistic ones.
You've never seen something that's not alive create life.
Isn't your whole religion based around something coming back to life from a state of non-life?
Yet the atheists have to claim that life came from non-life because before there was a universe, there was no natural material. All energy, space, matter, even time itself came into existence after the Big Bang.
So just real quick, time started at the beginning of the universe, so this is the issue of conflating eternal with infinite. The universe is eternal, but the universe is not infinite.
So you have to believe as an atheist that life came from non-life. There was nothing there to create life except God, but they don't want to say that. So one of the things atheists will say is they will mock Christians, and they'll say, how could you believe that someone that was alive died and then came back to life? And our response is, it's easier to believe that than it is to believe that life comes from non-life.
He's oversimplifying the entire idea of abiogenesis. And what he's doing, now, he's not genuinely concerned or curious about this matter, because he's putting a video out on Rumble instead of talking to, like, a, what's it called, biologist who's specifically studying early Earth abiogenesis, blah, blah, blah. Now, what I can tell you is, if you want to know a little bit about some of the leading hypotheses in... Actually, let's do this together, guys. Abiogenesis. Here. So, there are these two scientists who have done some work on the origin of life. You could very easily click on the author here, and you could go ahead, email or call him, ask him your questions about abiogenesis, biochemistry, blah blah blah. But this shock of God dude is not actually concerned about the truth or about learning or any of that. So he's not going to go do that. Because he's not an honest interlocutor.
Every single person, including you, my friend, watching this video, would agree that we've never seen life come from non-life. However, there's many cases where people were clinically dead and they came back to life.
About 32 cases. It's called Lazarus syndrome. And yeah, hang on, somebody's messaging me. Oh wow. Okay.
And so the resurrection's so easy to believe, especially if you are willing to not be bigoted against God and you're willing to admit that God exists, then it just flows naturally.
You know what else flows naturally? No, I'm just kidding. I feel like this guy's a pre-sub.
It's easier to believe that God raised his son from the dead than it is to believe that there is no God and life came from non-life.
It doesn't matter how easy something is to believe. That has nothing to do with how accurate, true, or correct it is.
This is just stupid atheist. No atheist, no not one can deny the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
I deny the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Because after all, you, our sweet, cuddly, huggable, lovable atheist viewer,
please do not hug me.
You believe in something far more difficult to believe.
Just because, so this is the argument from incredulity, where people conflate something's ease of acceptance or belief in with its truth value.
That life came from non-life. Let's go on here to number two. And number two is hilarious. Atheists believe that humans are the result of just a cosmic explosion in the sky with no design and no guidance.
Not just humans, but the thing you're missing here is that the acceptance of evolution, which doesn't have anything to do with Big Bang Theory, is not unique to atheists.
Have you ever looked at the human body?
Yes, probably more often than you have.
How designed the human body is, how complex the human body is, how detailed the human body is. It's amazing, our respiratory system. In fact, I gotta pull over. I'm gonna show you something here.
I really hope he's not gonna show us what I think he's gonna show us.
Let's see, where can we go where it's safe here to pull over? Put it right here just for a second. Oh wait, there's a place right here.
This guy really needs some Adderall.
Whoa, it's not going in front of that truck. Okay, check this out. Put the kickstand down. Look at this motorcycle here. Are we to believe that this is a result of a massive explosion with no
indirectly sure
design? Look at it. Now, atheists, before you say, well, of course not. This motorcycle is a product of intelligent design. The human body is over 1,000,000 times more complex.
How are we measuring complexity here?
Than this motorcycle. So, if you... It's got to be like 111 out here. If you believe that this motorcycle is the product of intelligent design, then it naturally follows that.
So, one of the things is, can we all agree that the motorcycle is a natural entity? And by natural, I just mean it is made out of matter. It is made of material that is tangible in the natural world, as is the human body. Now, a human being is a natural entity. Creating a motorcycle is one natural entity creating another natural entity. So, what is the jump to a supernatural entity must have created us being natural entities, even though we have demonstrable proof that natural entities can create other natural entities.
The human body, well over 1 million times more complex, is also the product of intelligent design. Now, do you have a dog or a cat?
Yes.
Go get your dog Poochie Woochie right now.
My dog is like 1,600 miles away from me right now, so I can't go grab her. I wish I could.
And hold him out in front of you. Take a good look at your dog. Do you really believe what atheists believe, that your dog just came out of an explosion? Do you really believe that? It's madness, but atheists believe there was a Big Bang for no reason, and there was no God, no guidance, but over time, we're going to talk about that, they always say time did it. They can't explain the complexity of your dog Poochie Woochie or your cat Felix. But over time, I gave him the up peace sign, he gave me the down peace sign. Over time, your dog Poochie Woochie and your cat Felix, just by luck and chance, gee, we're lucky. I mean, it's so stupid that atheists believe the brain, the respiratory system, you have a whole plumbing system built inside you. You could live a week off of donuts and water. I mean, you're a miracle. And I've not even begun to look, the arteries, your arteries. How a woman can get pregnant and actually carry a baby and then feed the baby. This is a miracle, but the atheists are so stupid that they want you to believe that there was a massive explosion with no guidance, no creation involved, and over time, because time's the little Harry Potter magic wand that they want to use that explains everything, over time it happened. Really, this is why I never, ever doubt that God exists. If someone said they believe in Zeus, I would have more respect for the person that believed in Zeus, that Zeus created, than an atheist that believed non-intelligence created.
I mean, intelligence is really just, organized non-intelligence.
I would have more respect for someone that said they believed in another God, then, because at least it makes sense that something intelligent created, than an atheist that said life comes from non-life and humans are the result of luck and chance. Really? Look at hemoglobin, this iron that brings oxygen to the cells of the body.
Hemoglobin is the protein that holds the iron that attracts the oxygen.
Lucky, gee, we're lucky that the explosion created us in a way that happened. And the way that food is able to be digested in your body and to feed your body, gee, we're lucky. You see why it's so stupid to be atheist.
So, acceptance of evolution is not necessarily an indicator that somebody's an atheist.
An atheist just doesn't think, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most loving video an atheist could ever see, because I'm willing to tell you that you're full of crap. That's right.
I mean, there was a video called Corgi Cam on YouTube a while back where, like, a mommy corgi had all her puppies and you were watching the puppies grow up. That was a very loving video, I would say.
Atheists are so full of crap. And most of them, unfortunately, are kids. You know, they're like 15, 16 years old. But if you're over 18 years old and you're still an atheist...
This guy's got a very, very intense interest in kids.
You need some education. I would take a good science class. I would research DNA, which, again, they say DNA, which is a language, a complex language, that DNA is the result of luck and no guidance and no design. Gee, we're lucky. Seriously, atheists, you got to give up this little charade. Nobody that has a brain will be an atheist. Seriously. The only way is if they just hate God. They might be slightly intelligent like Christopher Hitchens, but even Christopher Hitchens, I'm going to talk about him here. But no. Hold on. Thank you very much. Thank you for not killing me.
I thought that was a cop at first. Like, when I'm driving, I'm always, like, a little leery of vehicles that look like cops because I'm going about 15 over the speed limit most of the time.
Now, another thing, too, is look at the order and design in the universe. Christopher Hitchens had a problem. There's a video on YouTube where he's in the back of the car and they're filming this conversation where Christopher Hitchens says, you know, you really got to think.
All right. I've had enough of this. Alright, I think that we've endured enough torture. This guy is just... he likes to hear himself talk. I do have some concerns. I hope he doesn't have access to machine guns or anything like that, because he's got this very serious, like, incel next mass shooter guy vibe to him that's a little alarming. So, click all the buttons, like, subscribe, all that shit. Be pedantic, demi-romantic, stay the fuck away from the Atlantic, and, yeah, I'll see everyone in the next one. Thanks for watching.